Hi, I'm Robert Naini, your spray foam advisor, and the guy in the Hawaiian shirt. I wear the Hawaiian shirt as a symbol of freedom and flexibility, something that all business owners should want to achieve. And one of my goals is to help 100 spray foam business owners set up their business in a way that gets them that freedom and flexibility that they're looking for. This includes providing spray foam training, education, tips and tricks, business fundamentals, and even coaching and consulting services.
Today, I want to talk about how you respond when accidents happen. What is your plan? What do you have in place to prepare you to be ready for when an accident occurs or when something unexpected happens? Because let's face it, this is the real world. And no matter how good your game plan is, no matter how good your plans are, no matter how good our blueprints are, things that we don't expect to happen are going to happen. Accidents will occur, and the question is not what do you do if they happen. The question is what do you do when they happen. So let me tell you a little story. One day, I was going out to play disc golf, to meet up with some friends at a local club game that we have on a regular basis, and I was pulling into the parking lot. I turned around to back up, and I wasn't paying enough attention to where I was going. I was looking at the car next to me to make sure that I wasn't going to hit it, and I wasn't looking behind me. And lo and behold, I backed into the branch of a tree. I backed right into it, busted the rear window out of the back of my SUV, and completely dented the hatchback of the SUV. So I'm there cleaning it up, and 4 or 5 people saw this happen and watched me back into the tree. And they were all in shock, and they were making sure I was okay and helping me clean up the mess, and nobody was physically injured. This was an accident. It happened at 9 a.m. in the morning. Most people would have let it ruin their day. They would have been thinking about the insurance process. They would have been thinking about the money involved. They would have been thinking about the consequences and inconveniences associated with the accident. For me, I thought about it right there in the moment. I thought, well, what can I do about the situation right now? Worrying about it, complaining about it, being negative about the accident isn't going to help anything. It's not going to help me, and it's not going to help the situation. So, what can I do? I can clean up the mess. I can make sure that the garbage goes to the right location. And then I can start strategizing how to handle the situation going forward. Specifically, how to handle the repair that suits me best. So, after I played the round of disc golf, I started doing some research, and I figured out a key thing. If the repair only costs about $1,000 to $1,500 or less, that might be better for me to pay that repair out of pocket rather than making a claim on my insurance, paying the deductible, and then watching my insurance increase. For a lot of people, this is not an option. They don't have the ability to just pay $1,000 out of pocket because so many people in today's society live paycheck to paycheck. They can't handle a $1,000 emergency situation. It may sound strange if you have your financial business in order, but for a lot of people, they live paycheck to paycheck, and $500 for the deductible would be a stretch, let alone $1,000 to $1,500 for the entire repair. They don't have that option. They would have to take the insurance route. But luckily, I've done something unique with our finances, and I save every month in a vehicle account to pay for vehicle expenses and act as an emergency fund. Because I made this financial plan several years ago, this accident didn't bother me at all. I knew I had the resources to take care of this problem. I wasn't bothered by the accident, while other people around me that saw it happen couldn't understand how I was so even-keeled and not emotionally affected by it. I made a plan a long time ago for how to deal with situations like this so that these types of accidents don't ruin my day. So they don't ruin my month and they don't ruin my year. The 30,000 foot view is that this can be and should be applied to your business. You need to have a plan in place for things that might happen. What if an accident occurs? What's your emergency fund for your business? What's the plan for your employees when they're on a job site and an accident occurs? What's the emergency fund for your personal life if an accident happens? You need to have a plan in place for physical accidents. We talk about safety on Spray Foam Advisor on a regular basis, and you need to have a safety plan in place. What's the plan for safety issues? What happens if there's a chemical spill? What happens when these accidents occur? You and your team need to know what the plans are because it will keep you focused and it will keep you from stressing when something goes wrong. When an accident happens and you have a plan in place to take care of it, because of that plan, you and your team will immediately go into action mode and you won't be stressed and you won't worry. You won't have time to freak out and you won't go through the emotional dip that is typically involved with accidents. Create a plan. Make sure that your whole team knows the plan and be prepared to execute on the plan and take action if something occurs. Whether it's for safety issues with your truck or your rig, or a financial safety plan like building an emergency fund for your business or for your family, you need to be prepared for when shit happens. It's not a matter of what to do if something happens. It's a matter of what to do when something unexpected happens. Make sure you and your team are prepared. This is Robert Naini with Spray Foam Advisor. Thanks for checking this out and catch me on some more videos.
If you found this video helpful, then it would probably be valuable to your friends in the spray foam industry. So help us all out and send it to 3 or 4 people that you know. Additionally, if you have any questions, want info on a specific topic, or want to learn how Spray Foam Advisor might be able to help you or your business, you can email us at questions@sprayfoamadvisor.com. This has been Robert Naini, your Spray Foam Advisor, and the guy in the Hawaiian shirt. Thanks for checking this out, and catch me on some more videos.